This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got a community replay from Amine. If you remember him, he sent us an E5 replay a while back. Awesome tanker, friend to Munir, and we are in the AMX 30B. Now I don't think we've ever had a replay of the AMX 30B on the channel, so this will be a first. Now, what is special about the AMX 30B? Well, it's a French medium tank that isn't an autoloader. That's amazing. Darn French and their stinking autoloaders. Now, it's got a low profile, which I kind of like, but, you know, most of those French tanks do. They don't rely on armor, they rely on mobility. So, this tank plays a lot like a, you know, long-range medium like the Leopard 1 and, you know, those sort of things. It's not generally noted for its superior, let's get in and kick butt. It generally hangs back due to its lack of armor. It doesn't like to get hit, much like a Leopard 1, but it's a lot smaller than the Leopard 1, or at least looks to be a lot smaller than the Leopard 1. You don't see very many of these because most of the time the French medium that you see is a bat chat. Speaking of which, down goes the bat chat. So Amine doing a very good job of sticking around the middle and not being hit yet. Don't know how he's getting away with it, because generally speaking, if somebody's in that spot, I like to single them out. But I'll be honest, it's a pretty good looking little tank. I like the turret. It's nice and shaped well compared to most turrets, especially the French turrets. I mean, they have that sloped turret that seems to be the size of a skyscraper on most of their tanks, and it's just not as appealing. But it serves a purpose. If you're back on the backside of a ridgeline, you can potentially bounce around. Not like the Kranwagen or the Emils, but you can bounce a few rounds here and there with those heavy tanks. Not so much with the light tank. Now, these guys are... Oh, and he spotted the Arty. He spotted the Arty. Okay, so we got a 30B on the sniper ridgeline with a Waffentrager Out V100. And Arty, I'm assuming, just put a round right on the Waffentrager for 750. Now, I don't know what our Arty is on our team. Didn't get a chance to look. But he's in the usual Arty hotspot over there at H8, which to me means he doesn't know what he's doing. But I could be biased, you know. You know, when I come into Arty, like when I comment on anybody's Arty videos or anybody's, you know, if I see somebody playing Arty and I know that they're not as a yeah, and he's gone. He got counter batteried. Imagine that. Do you see what I mean about the he doesn't know what he's doing thing? You're in this giant... He was apparently in a GWE 100, which is even more impressive that that waffle didn't die. That was a 210mm round that came in to just absolutely ruin the waffle. So he must have only splashed him for 750. Now we've got a shot at this, looks like an M103, and he does make it count. He's got the benefit that his team has pushed left hard, and he's on the back. Oh, hello. What are you thinking? Come on. He's running away. This Action X is not... Oh, Amine missed a shot. Darn it. But it doesn't matter. That Centurion Action X isn't long for the world. He will be caught, and he will be... And down he goes. But their team pushed across the bridge pretty hard. So, he's going to try to deal with the waffle. And it looks like he's going to farm him. Now, I don't see him switching to the high explosive, which he does have here. So that's the thing. And you can see, it's not the greatest reload in the world, but it's not terrible. I'm not 100% sure of what the caliber of this gun is. He's hitting for 492. That would lead me to believe that it could be anywhere from a 105 to like a 120. Doesn't look like a 120, but it could be, you know, somewhere in that area. There he's getting, yeah, he's steady right around the 400 to 500 range. So yeah, it could just be a really good 105, or it could be a 120. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I would go for the really good 105 as far as damage goes. So definitely a thing. Now the chieftain over here, and look at him play this tank. Like he's staying like close to the rock. He's pulling up just enough to get shots over the rock, and then he's backing off, and he is just putting it on these guys. He's almost single-handedly backing these guys off because they haven't been really shot from the other guys. So he's waiting for opportunities, and again, right through it. There we have the 396, which tells me almost unequivocally that this is a 105mm gun. And he gets his first kill of the game right there. He's done really well so far. We've got 10 pins, you know, average of 400 to 500 damage a shot. So you can pretty much do the math there and assume that he's over 4,000 damage at this point. So we're doing pretty well, and there's still 4 heavies and a medium. One of the heavies went down into the center. And so now it looks like Amine is gonna get out there and, oh, maybe not. Maybe he's content to stay behind the rock and take what these guys give him, which is perfectly fine if they keep giving it to him. Looks like a 113 heavy tank coming out, Chinese. And he does bounce off of him. Not a surprise. The 113 pretty heavily armored. Most of those Chinese tanks actually are. A lot of Russian influence in those Chinese tanks. You can easily see it every time you see a Chinese tank. So he comes down to help these guys in the center, and I don't know if they need it, but he's going to offer his assistance anyway. And the guys that are up there on the top are not able to come down on him, because if they pull around the corner, they're getting shot from the guy on the ridgeline to his right. But he comes around the corner and he does pin the first shot to actually hit this this tank from the looks of it. And it pinned and busted his gun up, but he fixed his gun. He gets the round on him, 353. Yeah, definitely leaning towards the 105, I'm guessing. Again, I don't know much. Oh, that could have been really bad. I'm glad he was able to take him down. But if he would have gotten rammed right there, that would have hurt a lot. Because that heavy tank was moving, and he was coming downhill, and he weighs a lot more than this 30B. So, yeah, that could have been bad. So we have an E5 here, it looks like. It's hard for me to tell the tank names because of the low graphics quality in the video editor that I use. So, yeah, which, if you've ever wondered what my video editor that I use is, it's literally Windows Movie Maker. I downloaded it for free for the Windows 10. So, yeah, it's just the old Windows Movie Maker. That's all it is. Now, Amine has plenty of health, but the 2 tanks here, if he can engage one at a time, he's fine. Because he can easily kill them. As long as he isn't bouncing his shots, he can easily kill them. That was a bounce. Definitely don't want that, because that 120mm gun of the American heavy tank can ruin you. So, come on. He puts a shot on him, and then here's where he's like, okay, he should be fine. We'll leave him for the friendlies to mop up. The guy's a one-shot kill for everybody. And then the guy kills somebody, and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to finish him myself. Guarantee that there's nothing fancy going to happen with that E5. That E5 needed to go, and down he goes. So we've got 3 kills and 17 pins with 5 assisted damage from spotting, it looks like. So, where is this last medium? Now, I'll go ahead and spoil it for you guys. We never find him. The medium goes off and kills himself. I'm assuming by drowning. If I had to guess, I'd say he tried to go around the right side here into the lake and then hide behind the thing. There is a little bit of ground that you used to be able to hide behind and not drown. But if you go the wrong spot, you're going to fall down into a crevice that's literally like a mile deep and you'll never get out of it and you'll drown. I don't know if he drowned himself on purpose, but it is likely at the end of this game that he just said, screw it, I'm going out on my terms, and just decided to kill himself. I don't condone it, but I've also been the guy that tries to get into a spot late in the game like this where I can fight everybody off, and you goof it up and you die. So that's a thing. So how did we do? 6,523 damage, 3 kills, 1,100 assisted. Not bad. Mastery Ace Tanker. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.